her name? Constance.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the sweetest and most wholesome moments from the young Sheldon cast that brought tears to our eyes.
I suggest you all try to be as brave as my twin sister. That's my plan.
Number 10, Missy hugs Mary. As kids grow up, it's natural that they start pulling away from their parents and fighting for independence. In this episode, mother and daughter are at odds after Missy gets caught wearing makeup to school and lies about it.
I wish I was your daughter.
Is that so? Well, guess what? You're sleeping here tonight because I don't feel like being around either one of you.
An argument leaves Connie taking care of her granddaughter and convincing her to cut her mom some slack. We learn that Mary was once far more free-spirited until a complication during Missy's birth changed everything.
There was a point where the doctors didn't know if you were going to make it, and your mom got so scared, and she made a promise to God that if you were okay, that she would start reading the Bible, going to church.
While we don't get to see it for ourselves, we can't help but get a little choked up when Mary tells Connie that Missy hugged her, in front of her friends no less.
Nothing. She was an angel. I dropped her off at school and she hugged me in front of her friends.
Really?
And not just any friends. Heather M. was there, and that is a big deal.
Can someone pass the tissues? Number 9, twin telepathy. Sheldon can be quite a handful, but when he moves to Dallas to attend a school for gifted children, his absence is felt strongly at home. Before the big move, the twins have a heart-to-heart where Sheldon compares his sister to string beans, and from that, she deduces that he will miss her.
To me, you're like string beans. No one asks for them, no one wonders about them, they're just there on the plate.
But you eat them, right?
Yes.
You're gonna miss me.
During their first night in separate rooms, Missy tries to reach out to her brother using twin telepathy. As they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
People right here. But I think Mom misses you real bad. All right. I can't hear you, so I'm gonna hang up now. Good night.
While we're not sure Sheldon heard her, her dad sure did. Missy's excitement at seeing Sheldon back in his own bed the following morning is just so cute we want to cry.
You got my message! Hi-ya! No hugging, no hugging!
Number 8, Sheldon takes off his mittens. Most parents don't expect a call from the principal on their kid's first day of school. Then again, most parents don't have a kid like Sheldon Cooper.
Ralph and George, you want to weigh in here?
Well,
Oral Roberts University is a wonderful school.
He said I was intimidated by his intelligence, and then he offered to be my leader.
It's no easier for Georgie, who gets teased for being in the same grade as his little brother. In a heartfelt moment, George Sr. has a candid talk with Sheldon about why the Coopers moved to Medford.
football coaches aren't allowed to recruit kids from other high schools to play on their teams.
And you told on them?
Yeah. You know what happened?
Justice descended upon the rule breakers?
I got fired, Sheldon.
It's a nice father-son moment, but we didn't necessarily think much of it. However, during dinner, the notoriously germophobic Sheldon removes his mitten and holds his dad's hand. We can immediately see that this small gesture means the world to George.
It was the first time I held my father's hand.
And bless the hands that prepared it. Amen.
Can we borrow those mittens to dab our eyes? Number 7, anytime adult Sheldon gains new perspective on his father. Big Bang fans know that the Parent series didn't always paint the most favorable picture of the Coopers' patriarch.
He may not have been the world's greatest dad, but maybe we weren't the world's greatest kids.
However, in young Sheldon, we get to see George as a dedicated family man who, yes, had his flaws, but was an all-around stand-up guy.
I didn't realize until years later that my father was only asking questions about lightning and thunder to cheer me up. In fact, he would often pretend to be dumb just to make me feel better.
Narrator Sheldon often looks back and admits that he wasn't always fair in his judgment of his dad. Given how Sheldon loves to brag about his eidetic memory and rarely admits he's wrong, it's surprising and touching to see him show his empathetic growth.
As a child, I never understood the sacrifices my father made for his family's happiness, which made me somewhat less compassionate than I should have been.
Yay! We're not moving!
It's really moving to hear him re-examine his memories under a new lens and realize that he didn't always give his dad the credit he deserved.
For a long time, I focused on my father's shortcomings. Now that I'm his age and have kids of my own, I realize he was just a person doing the best he could. And he did a lot.
Number 6, a trip to Pasadena. In this season 3 episode, Sheldon and his dad fly to Pasadena to hear Stephen Hawking give a lecture at Caltech. However, during the pre-flight safety briefing, Sheldon panics and locks himself in the bathroom.
Mr. Spock, he flies around all the time in that spaceship. He's not afraid, is he?
I'm not Mr. Spock.
No, but I've seen you pretend to be him.
George may not always get Sheldon, but he knows exactly how to comfort his son, and it's so wholesome that our hearts want to burst.
Okay, Mr. Spock. Your first order is to return to your seat.
Aye, Captain.
It's some top-tier parenting, and it works. Just as we think we're done drying our eyes, George and Sheldon arrive at Caltech. Sheldon already starts to see his future there.
Imagine all the stimulating conversations that must go on at these tables.
I bet.
I can see myself going here one day.
I think you'd fit right in.
And as the camera pans out to show the cafeteria where countless iconic Big Bang moments take place, we're bawling all over again. Number 5, George comforts Missy over boy troubles. Almost any George and Missy bonding moment has the power to leave us a little weepy. Their first daddy-daughter date is one of the most adorable moments in the entire series.
Leave you to it.
No, sit with me.
It's okay.
Even as Missy believes she's outgrown them, we see there's nothing George won't do to put a smile on his little girl's face.
Stop saying that.
What? Daddy-daughter date?
Yes.
Okay. What would you like me to call our daddy-daughter dates?
You're so annoying.
This is also true after Missy first experiences heartache. George just wants to cheer her up, but feels helpless.
You want me to get your mom?
No.
You want me to beat this guy up?
No.
What can I do?
Turns out, nothing mends a broken heart quite like playing catch with your old man, and getting revenge using the curveball he taught you to throw. Still, that first part makes our hearts melt every single time.
2 fingers on it. And at the end, you flick your wrist. There you go. Give her a shot. Hey, how about that? Right? Just like a pro, I'm telling you.
Number 4, Sheldon believes in his mom. In Big Bang, Sheldon often mocks his mom's beliefs.
Frankly, Mom, I'm encouraged to see how advanced your group has become. You're willing to sail out into the ocean without fear of falling off the edge.
However, in young Sheldon, we see that he believes in her perhaps even more than she believes in God.
There are 5 billion people on this planet, and you're the perfect mom for me. What are the odds of that?
So in the pilot, when Mary asks her kids who will accompany her to church, he steps up despite being a non-believer.
I'll go with you, Mom. Why are you going? You don't believe in God.
No, but I believe in Mom.
I'll take it.
At the time, you might have said, "Aw," but then you thought no more about it. Now, let's fast forward to the series finale. The twins agree to get baptized to appease Mary. However, when the day rolls around, Missy storms out, and Mary expects Sheldon to bail too. Instead, he reassures her that he's still going through with it.
Are you gonna go too? I know you don't believe.
I don't, but I believe in you.
We're not crying, you are. Number 3, Georgie and Mandy name their daughter. We teared up during Georgie and Mandy's wedding, almost as if we were right there alongside their families.
By the power vested in me by the great state of Texas, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
However, there's another Mangy moment that made us even more emotional. As Mandy's due date nears, the couple starts talking about baby names.
Still haven't settled on a name?
Well, I was thinking maybe Alice.
Alice Cooper. That is badass. So,
while Alice Cooper would have been undeniably badass, the name they ultimately chose warms the cockles of our hearts.
Oh, what's her name? Constance.
Yes, thank you.
After all, Connie was there for the couple pretty much from the moment she found out they were expecting. She stepped up, took Mandy in, and immediately made her feel like family. We can imagine Georgie and Mandy hoped their daughter would inherit more than just a name from her great Meemaw.
Can we see her?
Well, they're sleeping right now, but I'll let y'all know when they're up.
Well, we're gonna be right here.
Number 2, Sheldon's graduation speech. As graduation nears, Sheldon begins to panic about starting college.
The other day, I couldn't find my safety goggles, and I freaked out at school, and my dad asked, is this how I plan on acting when I get to college? And I said no, but it probably is, because even though I'm smart, I'm just a little boy.
Fortunately, there's one person who knows exactly how he feels. During one of their bedtime talks, Missy tells him it's totally normal to feel scared, and encourages him to embrace the uncertainty ahead.
You're scared?
Yeah.
So what do we do?
I guess be scared and do it anyway.
Sheldon takes her words to heart and shows his appreciation by dedicating his valedictorian speech to her.
Example that I found the courage to move forward into this new and exciting chapter of my life. Missy, this is for you.
The look on Missy's face when he calls her name is so sweet. Her smile could light up a room. Even though Sheldon is not exactly a master of emotional expression, he always seems to find heartfelt ways to let his loved ones know how much they mean to him.
So if any of my fellow graduates are nervous about the future, know that you're not alone. I suggest you all try to be as brave as my twin sister. That's my plan.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Missy comforts Sheldon. It's so adorable that Missy doesn't actually want to see her brother upset, even more so that he hugs her back. Mary comforts Missy after a breakup. These mother-daughter moments are far and few between, so they're always heartwarming.
I'm glad you're back.
Me too. Do you want to tell me what happened?
Mary hugs George. After a rough day at work, a hug from his wife helps ease the sting just a little.
Don't you have to go?
I'm sorry.
Georgie gives Veronica a candy necklace. It's a sweet gesture that clearly means more to her than any expensive jewelry.
Before you get mad, this only cost me 10 cents.
I saw you smile.
An A-plus brother-sister moment. He might not want Missy to know it, but Georgie's one proud big bro.
Did you hang it on your wall?
Get out of here.
I'm telling people you cried.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Seeing Sheldon's future pals. Nothing brings on the happy tears quite like a Big Bang throwback, like when Sheldon offered his first hot beverage.
Can I offer you a hot beverage? That would be nice.
Or when we caught up with Sheldon and Amy in the series finale. While those moments brought a tear or two, the season 2 finale had us full-on ugly crying. Our hearts shattered for Sheldon when no one turned up to his Nobel listening party.
A primary feature of quarks is that they're always bonded together. But in that moment, I felt like a neutrino, destined to be alone forever.
We really wanted to give him a hug, but then we found ourselves needing comfort when the montage of Sheldon's future friends as kids started playing. Even though Sheldon may feel like a neutrino now, it's comforting to know his quirks are out there, waiting to bond together one day.
Thankfully, I was wrong.
Which young Sheldon moment made you shed a few happy tears? Let us know in the comments.
Did you cry when you saw it?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.